Today's topic is how to build muscle and lose fat simultaneously. Through my own experience and a lot of the research I've been doing, I have come to the conclusion that it is quite possible. Let me explain why in this video. I'm going to talk about the training. I'm going to talk about the type of diet you need to be under. And the type of person you need to be able to achieve this. I'm going to show you a lot of examples that I've undergone myself and prove why you're able to do both and under which conditions. But let's get into the kitchen, if Blue will let me, and I'll talk more about it.
Kiss me while we driving. 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 Say kiss me while we driving.
You are under these 4 conditions. You're one of these 4 people if you're trying to lose fat and build muscle simultaneously. Number 1, you're a beginner. You're maybe skinny fat, you have a lot of fat on you and very little muscle. That's condition number 1. Condition number 2 is a detrainer. Someone who used to train, maybe they went on holiday, gained an insane amount of fat and feels like they lost a lot amount of muscle. And the third condition is someone who's overweight. You just have a lot of body fat on you. You've never trained in your life, or you have and you stopped training. And the last condition is someone that is using anabolic steroids. Now, for me, write in the comment section down below which one of the 4 you are. That'll help me in terms of the research I can be able to do and also help me focus in terms of the content that I can make for the channel. So let me know in what situation you're in right now. And for your boy, while you're at it, smash the video with a thumbs up, because this video is going to answer everything you need to know about building muscle and losing fat simultaneously. But let's get into the top 10 foods you need in your groceries. For muscle building and fat loss. I love them so much. Some of them aren't here, but number 1 is eggs. Eggs is fantastic because of the protein from the egg whites, 7 grams per egg. And actually guys, the yolk is super good for you. There's a lot of nutrition in there. It is great for muscle building, and I know there are claims against the cholesterol in there, but the cholesterol isn't harmful to your body and your blood. So eggs is my number 1. It also helps for muscle building. The second one that isn't here is fish. Fish is also extremely good for the very same reasons. High protein, and the fats in the fish oil that you get is also very healthy and helpful for muscle building. It contains the HDL, which is also known to you guys as the good fats. Let's move on. Turkey is probably one of the leanest types of protein sources you can get from a whole food. It has been shown in this research right here that having a high protein diet and coupled with a very small caloric deficit is great for fat loss. Red meat is super good for you. It has the iron that your body needs, and zinc that is found in the red meat has also been proven to help with fat loss. Moving on, berries. Berries are great. Low calorie, and there's a lot of antioxidants in here that help you in terms of your overall health. And then moving on is watermelon. Watermelon has become slowly one of my favorite fruits to get. Why? Because it's extremely low calorie. So when you're in a slight caloric deficit, you're also trying to eat the large amounts of food that you can, high volume. So having watermelon is very high volume, extremely nutritious. Next one we're going to go is asparagus. This has been a champion in bodybuilding for a very long time. Just specifically for its ability to be a natural diuretic. It helps with your blood flow within the body and also maintaining a good amount of circulation. Coffee. The world's cheapest and best fat burner. Besides having health benefits for your brain, making you more intelligent, sharper, it is also being helped or proven that it also helps with fat burning, lipolysis. It's also a very good natural appetite suppressant. I will recommend this over any fat burner. Moving on, oats. This is also another champion in bodybuilding. And then my last two is gonna be pumpkin and broccoli. Now you can switch these ones around, but these are such high fiber foods and low calorie. They're extremely essential in anyone's diet. I could go on and on about all the health benefits, but if you're gonna go to the grocery, I recommend having this in your list for shredding down or even for muscle building and fat loss. These are my top 10 foods. Let's move on into my top 5 tips to build muscle and burn fat simultaneously. Besides the science and all the facts that I could spit at you, let me tell you about my own experience. These articles explaining that people who are coupled with a high protein diet, a moderate carb, and a low fat diet over time with extraneous lifting or putting their body under particular stress were able to achieve a lower body fat percentage after a certain amount of time, and at the same time have increased in fat-free muscle mass over that particular time. Now, let me tell you guys my story. I've dirty bulked before and I'm showing you guys images over this. As I've dirty bulked, I've gained a significant amount of muscle and then taken 16 weeks to shred down. Never wanted to do that again. And since then, I've now found out a way that if I stay disciplined in terms of the diet that I'm having, I slowly gain slow amounts of fat and I'm able to burn it down and gain muscle at the same time. I did this when I went on holiday when I was in Cuba. You're seeing videos of me here. I'm at the beach. I wasn't training anymore, and at this point, I am regarded as a detrained lifter. I'm on holiday. A few months later, I was told that I need to go for a photo shoot, and all I did was I stopped going to eat out and made sure that I had these 10 foods around me and I was eating them consistently while doing strenuous amounts of exercise. Now you guys can see that I have maintained my body and at the same time lowered the fat. I've been doing this for 4 years, and you guys can also see this exactly happened on my first Instagram picture that I ever posted. I was an overweight person who was able to cut down on body fat and actually build muscle at the same time. So that is my personal experience with it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, even the people who have gone from an overweight position to losing all that fat and gaining muscle, can tell you that story. Yes, it is possible under those 4 conditions, and making sure that you're having a high protein diet, moderate carb, and low fat. But let's go on to tip number 4, which is training. Tip number 4 is weight training. The amount of weight you can lift is directly proportional to the amount of muscle you have, granted that your nutrition is on point. And that's why I spoke about diet first. So when I lift, I try and lift as much weight as possible. That'll give me the best amount of rep range between the reps of 6 and 10. If it's too easy to push between that weight range, then I increase the weight. I also try and see progressive overload. So I'm trying to lift that weight for more reps, or B, I'm trying to lift more weight for that same amount of reps. So you're just trying to lift as much as you can and also maintaining a level of intensity so you're able to just get your muscles going. So that's how I'm able to get the illusion that I have the muscle, and then that will also help me burning calories while I'm in the gym. But that's my tip number 4. Let's go on for tip number 3. Increasing your NEAT. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Basically, that is burning any calories that doesn't involve exercise. Example, walking, cleaning your apartment, anything that has to do with you being able to create movement. I don't know if you ever had watches that actually tell you, hey, you've been sitting too long, you need to do something so you can burn calories and reach your goal. What you end up finding out doing is that you burn more calories throughout your week, increasing your NEAT. This is a very great way to help you to be in a slight caloric deficit. I've also seen people who take walks. Example, myself, I walk with Blue. That helps me burn a lot of calories. So that's a big tip that I can give you. Doing anything that's the non-lazy route is awesome for your fat loss. So just to end off, recap quickly. Number 5 was slight caloric deficit. Number 4 is high resistance training. Number 3 is increase your NEAT. My tip number 2 is have a diet that you're able to sustain. Cutting out all these different types of food is very difficult, so make sure that you're able to include foods that you love. And then my final tip, which I personally prefer, is intermittent fasting. Hope it was beneficial. The boy's gonna get back to studying for med school. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave the video a like for your boy. Takes 2 seconds. Hope you guys liked it right there. Subscribe if you're new. It's been your boy Dr. Marmons. I'll see you guys in the next one.